Oh, hello, good afternoon to all. Um, we're going to have now our webinar about Master of Laws in the United States and the process of application. And we're going to be joined by Samantha Simmons, who is the Associate Director of Graduate Programs. So we thank you very much, Sam, to have you with us to give this important information to all international students. But first of all, I would like to tell you a little bit about Education USA. So I'm going to just share my screen. Oh, oops, here. Now, okay. So, yes, this webinar is about the reasons to apply to a Master of Laws in the US and the application process. But this is organized by Education USA. And what is Education USA? Well, we are a network that promotes US higher education to students around the world by offering accurate, comprehensive, and current information about opportunities to study at accredited post-secondary institutions in the United States. We have over 425 international student advising centers in more than 175 countries. We have 26 centers in Mexico. And what services do we offer? What we offer is one-on-one advising, information about the standardized exams, informative sessions, online and printed resources, and all of these services are free of charge. Now I'm going to give the word to our main presenter, Sam. If you can please follow up with all of the interesting information that you're going to say. Thank you very much for being with us.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for having me, Alexandra, and to EdUSA for this opportunity. As you mentioned, my name is Samantha. Everyone calls me Sam Simmons. I'm the Associate Director of Graduate Programs here at Penn Law. I'm also actually an alumni of the JD program here at Penn Law, so I can speak from personal experience when I talk about having an academic experience at law schools in the United States. So I'm going to share my screen and show a couple of slides about education in the USA and Penn Law in particular. So let's see if this works. Okay, I think you all can see my screen now. Let's try this. Okay, so here's a picture of Penn Law, rich traditions, modern excellence, just to give you an idea of what our school looks like. But I'm going to first talk about generally getting an education in the USA. So this is the big question, right? Why come to the United States for an LL.M? This is something that we deal with every day in our advising and our recruiting and admissions, and I'm really happy to share some information with your students today. So first, as you can see, despite the rise of nationalism and insular ideologies, we're seeing this worldwide. We're seeing it in the political situation in the United States. We can't ignore the fact that law and business are global endeavors and increasingly more global. Cross-border issues are only becoming more and more important in our culture. So if you come to the United States to study law, you have opportunities to be exposed to international scholars, researchers, and industry leaders who are here studying at these United States academic institutions, working on projects, coming to speak, present their ideas, and learn from students as well. Secondly, the United States legal education has a unique approach. You may have heard about the famous Socratic method by which US law professors cold call students to elicit discussion on topics of the day. It's very rigorous and unique, and it produces in students a new way of thinking, a new way of writing, a new way of approaching ideas that is applicable in law practice, but also in business or in any other professional pursuits that you might be interested in. In addition, the common law tradition in the United States, the history of democracy, all of these inform the United States legal education approach, and it's something that can really enrich your personal and professional experiences. Finally, there's bar exam opportunities that arise from United States legal education. I know personally here at Penn Law, I do advising with our students who are looking to take the bar exam. About half of our class each year does take a bar exam, typically in New York, in the United States. So if that's something else that you're looking to pursue in your professional career, that's certainly a big reason to come to the US. And thirdly, beyond academics, the LL.M provides many opportunities for cultural cross-connection and developing relationships. That can be anything from professional networking while you're in law school. Firms often host events for LL.Ms and law students. I know our school has an LL.M mentor program where we match each interested LL.M with a local or regional attorney in the US to talk to about professional opportunities, developing their practice, and sort of forming those relationships. In addition, United States law schools often employ adjunct professors. In addition to full-time faculty or tenured professors, adjunct professors are often practitioners who are still practicing law or practicing in their business ventures while also teaching part-time. So they might teach a class on their special area of law. And, you know, when you have a class with only maybe 18 or 20 students and this very knowledgeable adjunct professor, you're very able to develop these relationships with practitioners and learn from them and carry these relationships forward in your career. They can be people that you can call on later. Similarly, your classmates, they're going to become leaders in their fields, whether it's law and business, NGOs, government, anything like that. These are people who you are going to develop friendships with, certainly, and those will carry beyond law school. But when you're further down the road in your career and you'd like some advice, you have a wealth of people to call on. Other international students, so people who will be in various countries, as well as US JD students who you can get to know while you're studying for your LL.M. Finally, the other opportunity beyond academics that these schools can provide are access to the alumni networks. School spirit, as we call it in the United States, basically pride in the school where you attended, is something that we hold very near and dear to our hearts. People take a great deal of pride in where they went to school and connecting with others who went to those schools. I know at Penn Law we have an online alumni database where you can search for people by city or by name and connect with them. I have had many experiences where I could just email someone out of the blue and say, I'm an alumni of Penn Law. I would like to connect. I'd like to talk to you about what you're doing. And they're more than happy to take the time to do that with students. So those are just some of what I see as the greatest benefits for coming to the United States for an LL.M. Now I'm just going to talk briefly about some of the benefits of Penn Law particularly and how it fits into this conversation. So at Penn Law, what sets us apart from our peers, world-class faculty, a culture of collegiality. We really pride ourselves. Like I said, school spirit is important. And here at Penn Law, that close-knit community is very important. When you join our community, you're joining our family, and we treat everyone like we would family. We also have a unique Wharton and Business Law Certificate program that's exclusive for our LL.Ms. Wharton is a world-renowned business school here at the University of Pennsylvania, and you are automatically eligible to pursue that as an LL.M. here at Penn Law. We're located in Philadelphia, a major city in the United States, the first capital of the United States. We're just about a few hours, 1 or 2 hours from New York, 1 or 2 hours from DC. Academic excellence is important to us. We have a unique summer program. This is slightly different from some of our peers. You have 5 weeks with us on campus, taking classes, social activities before class starts so that you're ready to jump into those fall and spring semesters with your coursework alongside your JD classmates. Here at Penn Law, you're not segregated. As I talked about before, you're completely commingled with JD students, which is one of the greatest benefits of coming to the United States, is not only to meet your international classmates in your LL.M program, but to get to connect with and discuss and trade perspectives with American students. Beyond the classroom, here at Penn Law and at many other law schools, you can pursue pro bono projects. This is sort of free legal advice that you give to underrepresented clients that can either count for your New York bar exam, or it's just a way to get some hands-on practice in the United States, practicing with real clients. Career counseling, that's something that we offer that I'm sure many other law schools offer as well. We have a dedicated career counselor who only does LL.M counseling to help you with your job search if that's something that you would like to pursue in the US. We organize trips to courtrooms, law firms, local bar associations. Again, this is another huge benefit of being in the United States, is getting to interact with those local United States lawyers. We have so many speakers on campus, whether it's symposiums, cultural connection courses that we have, salons. We have so many events that our LLMs can't even keep up with them all. We have a daily email that goes out to all of our students describing all of the speakers and events happening on campus every day. In addition, our LLMs are fully able to participate in student activities, whether that's law journals, which you can at some other law schools as well, clinics, or student groups and clubs. You can see here's a picture from our Penn Law soccer, or what we might call football outside the United States, from their club team practice. And as I touched on before, we have the unique Wharton and Business Law Certificate. It's exclusive to our LLMs. It's a custom design program designed for lawyers to learn about business to better serve their clients. So that's all I have. We have some time for questions. As you can see here, here is the website for EdUSA, and here is the Penn Law LL.M website if you'd like to learn more about our program, and our email address if you have any questions. I'll give you a couple of seconds to write down this contact information, and then I'll stop sharing my screen so you can see me again, and I can answer any questions you might have. There we go. I think you can see me again.
Yes, we can see you.
Okay.
Right now, there are no questions.
Okay. Don't be shy.
Okay, to those of you, please ask your questions.
And you can always feel free to send me an email afterwards if you think of anything else that you'd like to ask.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much to the viewers, and thank you very much, Sam, for giving all this interesting information about studying an LL.M program and about Penn. And well, hopefully we'll reach you in case that there are any interested people applying to Penn, or just for further questions. Okay, so
Sounds wonderful.
thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you.
And see you soon. Okay.